If you grew up like I did, you were probably handed a very specific instruction manual for life. But what if the people who gave it to you, your parents and your teachers, were accidentally setting you up to stay broke? The script is familiar. Study hard, get good grades, find a secure job with benefits, and eventually buy a house. This was the path of Robert Kiyosaki's biological father. He was a highly educated man with a PhD and a steady paycheck, yet he struggled with money his entire life. He was a poor dad. But Kiyosaki learned a different set of rules from his best friend's father. This rich dad didn't even finish middle school, but he built an empire by mastering financial intelligence instead of just chasing a salary. Hard work and traditional education alone do not guarantee wealth. Escaping poverty requires learning a specific set of rules that schools don't teach. Think about what happens when most people get a raise at work. They immediately scale up their lifestyle. A bigger paycheck turns into a newer car, a larger mortgage, or nicer clothes. The expenses rise perfectly in tandem with the income. You end up working from January to May just to pay the government and taxes. The rest of the year, you're sweating to pay the bank for your mortgage and generating profit for your employer's bottom line. This isn't an accident. Traditional schools are explicitly designed to teach you how to sit quietly, follow directions, and become a specialized employee. They leave out financial literacy entirely. As long as you follow this predictable societal script, you are trapped on a treadmill. You are generating wealth, but it's going to everyone else. Escaping that treadmill comes down to one singular rule. You have to strictly define the difference between an asset and a liability. Here is a diagram showing the flow of money. An asset is brutally simple. It is anything that puts money into your pocket, whether you log into work that day or not. A liability, on the other hand, is anything that takes money out of your pocket on a regular basis. This brings us to a massive middle-class trap. Society tells you that buying a brand new house with a 30-year mortgage is your greatest asset. But look at the cash flow. Property taxes, mortgage interest, and maintenance constantly pull cash away from you. It is a liability. The wealthy focus their energy on acquiring true assets instead. They buy index funds, dividend-paying stocks, or rental properties. These are vehicles that generate cash while they sleep. The math is straightforward. The middle class stays broke buying liabilities they falsely believe are assets. This brings up another critical distinction: minding your own business. Your profession is what you do 40 hours a week to pay the bills, but your business is your asset column. Your profession feeds you today, but the side portfolio you build is what will actually make you rich tomorrow. Academic institutions push us to hyper-specialize, to pick one narrow lane and stay in it. But to build a substantial portfolio, knowing a little about a lot is far more valuable. The wealthy take jobs specifically to learn broad skills. Kiyosaki himself joined the military to learn leadership and pressure management, and later took a corporate sales job specifically to learn how to sell. The wealthy use their employment to master business systems, eventually replacing their own labor with the cash flow from their assets. There is one more structural advantage that accelerates this wealth, hidden in the tax code. The legal frameworks are explicitly designed to benefit business owners and investors, rather than employees. This chart shows the standard employee tax cycle. You earn money, the government immediately takes its cut off the top, and you try to survive on whatever is left over. Now look at the corporate cycle. Businesses earn money, spend on their expenses pre-tax, and are only taxed on the remaining profit. The system is mathematically set up to extract wealth from the middle class. Financial education is the legal way to shelter your money and keep it working for you. Of course, memorizing these rules is entirely useless if you are paralyzed by the fear of actually losing money. People keep their cash locked in standard bank accounts because it feels safe. But with low interest rates and annual inflation, that safety guarantees a slow, silent loss of purchasing power over time. The rich take calculated, educated risks in higher-yield investments. They understand that playing it completely safe is actually the biggest financial risk you can take. Financial intelligence depends on a combination of technical knowledge and the raw courage to act when an opportunity appears. So how do you start? First, take a brutally honest audit of your current finances. Calculate exactly what you can afford right now without taking on bad debt. Second, set realistic, time-bound goals. Decide which specific assets, whether it's an index fund, a small business, or real estate, you want to acquire over the next 5 years. Third, Invest in your single greatest asset, your mind. Take classes, read, and deliberately practice essential skills like sales and marketing. The goal isn't to quit your day job tomorrow. The goal is to slowly build an asset column robust enough to eventually pay for your luxuries in cash. It's time to stop enriching the system and start minding your own business. Take one calculated risk this week to start building your own asset column. And if you want to keep building your financial intelligence, hit subscribe.